Can I buy a house or refinance my house without my spouse? This is a very common question that many people ask. And the answer is yes. Yes, you may purchase or refinance without your spouse. However, there are definitely a few things you need to know and be aware of. First, Washington State is a community property state. If you are legally married, it doesn't matter what state or country you are married in, your spouse must acknowledge you are purchasing or refinancing a home. So why would you want to possibly purchase or refinance a home without your spouse? Does that mean they do not have ownership rights in the home? These are great questions, so let me go into a little bit. Before we get too far, here are a few examples of why you may purchase or refinance without your spouse. One is they may have bad credit. Two, they could have lots of debts. Maybe they don't work or have any income. Or they could receive a certain benefit that would end if they did own a home. Whatever the reason is, it is important to know that you do have options. Also, just because your spouse is not on the mortgage does not mean they can't have ownership rights to the home. Your spouse can be added to the title of the property and deed of trust. By adding them to the title and the deed of trust, that will give them ownership rights in the home. If you do not want your spouse to be on the mortgage or title, then your spouse will need to sign a document called a quitclaim deed. The quitclaim deed will release their ownership rights in the home. This document will need to be signed and notarized. The quitclaim deed is usually prepared by an attorney or possibly the escrow company that you are working with to close your purchase or refinance. Before applying for a home loan, please make sure to have a conversation with your spouse and ask them if they would like to be on the mortgage or title. You do not want any surprises at the end where someone may or may not sign the quitclaim deed. Another thing you need to know, depending upon the loan program you are getting qualified for, some loan programs do require that you pull the spouse's credit, like FHA, VA, or USDA. Even if your spouse is not on the loan, their debts need to be looked at and possibly considered in your debt-to-income ratios. Every situation is different. It's important to speak with an experienced lender that is asking you questions and working with you to help reach your personal goals. Please do not hesitate to call or message me if you have any questions. I am always happy to help and would love to work with you. Have a wonderful day. Joy out.